Hello, everybody. Welcome to Absent Minds. My name is Shad.
My name is Otavious.
We were watching this video called The Most Terrifying Family You've Never Heard of. Now, I've seen this video.
I haven't seen this video.
I wanted to show Octavio this video because it's fucking horrible. I wouldn't say it's like scary. I would say it's more fucked up, if that makes sense. Like it's very like, why do these people exist? Type of situation.
So like a real life.
Yeah, this is a real event. This really happened, and it fucked me up when I first saw it. It was not great.
I can wait to see it.
I don't like it. Who is this guy?
Mr. Ballin.
Mr. Ballin. Yeah, he made the video. This is a video. All credit goes to him. That's why they speak Spanish.
In the early 1950s,
boy.
Harold Alexander, who was a young stonemason living in Hamburg, Germany, came in contact with an old man named George Reel. George was the leader of a small religious group called the Lorber Society.
So you know it's not going to end well.
Why?
Religious leaders.
Yeah, religious leaders are the worst. Yeah, I said it.
But George and the other members of the Lorber Society took this concept of self-denial to the extreme. They practiced it so aggressively and so literally that nobody in the society...
They went like, hey, give me two more.
Give me a little...
Man.
Yeah. Nah, fuck that.
Max it out.
Members of the Lorber Society also believed that anybody outside of their small society was basically evil. So Harold meets George.
You're so obsessed with your own religion that everyone else is weird.
Wow.
Everyone else is trash compared to you.
He thinks he's totally incredible, he's so charismatic, and apparently George felt equally highly about Harold. And so right away they have this friendship, they strike up, and Harold and his wife Drogma, they end up joining the Lorber Society, and they completely give themselves...
There's something a little off.
About the wife?
Yes.
The wife is... She's just a regular lady, right?
Emerges and he tells his wife that George has told him that he is going to be the next leader of the Lorber Society.
So this is like some Game of Thrones shit to me. 'Cause you have the original leader
I can see it.
who became sick and told this new guy who just came out of nowhere, "Hey, you can lead now." Just from random dude that became good friends with him.
Wow.
No one else knew that he said it. He just came out of the room and be like, "Yeah, he said I was leader now." And then everyone was like, "Okay."
Do you have any proof?
Nah,
Nope.
no proof.
I got his blood.
I got his blood on my hands. Smothered him with a fucking pillow.
Oh, man.
It's horrible.
Funny because when you mentioned it earlier about the story, that's the first thing I thought of. Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah.
It is some Game of Thrones shit.
Like, the parents fucking tell the kid, like, oh, you're gonna be whatever.
Yeah. It's definitely like that type of route for sure.
Wow.
It's worth noting that we don't know for sure if George really did tell Harold that he was going to be the next leader of the Lorber Society.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely killed him, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the obvious answer.
I gotta tell you a secret. This is all fake.
Like as soon as he's trying to like tell everybody this guy's evil, just kills him.
He and his wife, Drogma, have their second child. It's their first boy, and they name him Frank. And as soon as this child is born, Harold looks at him and determines that this boy, his son, is the prophet they have all been waiting for. And so he tells his wife and he tells the members of the Lorber Society that his son, Frank, is the prophet of God. And everyone across the board completely accepts it. As the prophet, Frank,
I gotta pause it. At this point, definitely the wife could have been like, wait, what?
But the wife agrees with all this shit.
Not only the wife, everybody else.
Everyone else in the town also agrees with all this shit. Like, imagine he tells you guys whenever this prophet comes, you have to do whatever he says. And it just so happens to be his son. Isn't that a little fishy? Like, no one was like,
I mean, I'm sure it happens to people who come to Vegas, like homeless people.
What do you mean?
I am the Messiah. Imagine it was like, yeah, you are.
But these niggas aren't on drugs. They're not on drugs.
He sounds like me.
They sound like they're on drugs, but they don't believe in that shit. This is the weirdest fucking town in the world.
Wow.
I feel like if I was a part of this town, I'd be like, Nah, he's not the prophet of God. Just hit him in his face.
Get outta here.
Starts bleeding.
Shamelessly worshipped and waited on 24/7 by the members of the Lorber Society and his own family. And so naturally, this had a profound impact on the way Frank thought and how he behaved. By the time Frank was at the age of grade school children, he fully believed that he was the prophet of God, and he began using that authority to kind of...
That's what blows me away. Like how he got to that age when he was like, I know for a fact that I'm God. So everybody around me is telling me.
Yeah, if everyone's telling you you are, you kind of have no choice but to believe it.
As a kid, you gotta believe it.
Oh, absolutely. It is
But he was
psychopath.
conflicted because he had been taught everybody outside of this society he was a part of were evil.
16?
And so he didn't want
that's
to
when I was
pollute
16.
himself by having sex with these evil women. And so he went to his father and told him that he wants to start having sex with his mother and his sisters in order to stay pure. And his father, Harold, not only embraced the idea, he encouraged it. And in fact, he would often join in with his son during the sexual intercourse. Eventually, one of these sisters began talking to some of her very few friends at school about how she was kind of jealous of her other sisters for all the attention they were getting from Frank. And so the friends kind of picked up on this strange relationship between the siblings.
Bro.
And before long, rumors had started about their
you imagine?
incestuous relationship.
Oh man, that's horrible.
The fact that they go to like a regular school and openly tell people that shit.
I don't think they did that, to be honest.
Huh?
I don't think they left their house much.
Well, I would assume they went to a school. Or at least maybe the school was in town. I don't know.
Or maybe the entire school was the same as them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Oh.
Fucking weird ass family.
And before long, Harold had discovered that the Hamburg police were about to launch an investigation
Hamburg.
into his family.
Yeah,
And
it is.
at the same
it's
time,
German.
Harold also discovered that members of the Lorber Society, they had heard about these incest rumors as well, and they had their own suspicions already, and they were not on board with incest. And so they were very clearly
Yeah, I don't think
starting
anybody's
to
on board with
distance
incest.
themselves from Harold.
Like, you have no need to follow this religion anymore, and you're still like, nah, he's God.
To be honest, I don't blame the kids as much.
No, I don't. I guess
I
not.
blame the parents.
Blame the parents?
Sure, the dad. Well, both really.
Mainly the dad, the mother too, and then the society around them. I understand you are a product of your environment, but still, like,
Yeah.
at some point you got to be like, maybe this is a little crazy.
Maybe this environment is nuts.
Yeah, maybe I'm in the wrong place. Maybe I should get the fuck out of
Maybe
here.
I should move to a different country.
God,
Oh man.
such a weird family, bro.
But this is back in the 80s, 70s,
70s, yeah.
So there was no Google back then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess there was no, like, way to, like, look at other societies and know that it is wrong, but even then, I feel like at some point, you fucking your brother is probably ain't the best thing.
I think it goes without saying.
If the town is being like, what you guys are doing is disgusting, you should probably, like, take some note of that. The town that's already crazy telling you you're disgusting.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Like, you should be like, oh yeah, maybe I should
So
stop.
this is not good?
This isn't good?
No.
You guys don't like this? Incest? No high fives?
Wow.
He leaves the front door, he goes into the kitchen, and he finds Sabine, this 15-year-old girl, and he tells her that your father and your brother are waiting for you outside. They want to talk to you. And so Sabine, without saying a word, puts her knife and the food down. She walks out of the kitchen with the doctor, and as they're walking towards the front door...
I wonder where he gets all this information from.
I'm just wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
Like he gets like fresh content.
Yeah.
with his relatives, although they're still inside of his house, so he didn't want to go too far. And so the doctor is standing maybe 15 feet away, wondering if he should just turn around or maybe just go into the other room to let them speak, when he overhears the father, Harold, say something truly horrific to his daughter. He reached out and grabbed her father's muddy hand and pressed it to her cheek and said, "I'm sure you did what was necessary." And then the two embraced. The doctor stood there totally shocked, staring at these people, wondering what the heck they're doing. Why are they here? What are they talking about? Is this really happening? And then he just kind of blurts out, "Hey, I'll be right back. Stay right there."
Dude, I'm trying to like imagine myself in that situation.
Like as
I'm
what?
like, how do you like
As
be
the police?
Yeah, like be the police.
Yeah.
Like I'm just get out of my break lunch or whatever.
And you just
Like,
come
go
and this
check
guy's
out.
like, "Yeah, I just killed my family.
You feel this mud? It's not. It's
It's
blood.
not- it's blood." It's dead.
Like, how do you react? You're like, oh.
Like how do you respond to that? How do you arrest somebody like that? Like, I'd be terrified to even, like, talk to these people.
Can you imagine? They're like, whoa, this is way too heavy. I'm out.
And they just leave. Just leave.
Good luck, Doc.
Good luck. See you later.
And when these officers opened the front door to that apartment, they immediately could tell it was all true. The following is the story of what happened inside of that apartment based on the testimony given by Frank and Harold. Frank, for some reason, gets up from the living room and walks into the bedroom and sits down on the edge of the bed and just stares down at his mother. And when his mother rolls over and looks up at her son, Frank would later tell police that the look she gave him was suggestive and it was offensive to Frank, and he believed she was not permitted to look at him that way. And so in this moment that she's looking at him, he said he instinctively knew that the killing hour was upon them.
So let me get something straight.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about
All
it.
of this happened, the killing hour happened because the mom looked at him weird.
Yeah. She just looked at him as he was staring at her. He was sitting next to her. She was staring at her, and then she turned around and looked at him, and then that was just like, you dumb bitch. Why are you looking at me like
She was
that?
like looking at the clock, and he was like on the way.
Doesn't matter.
Damn.
You looked at me weird. Time to die.
Time to kill an hour. Damn.
On some stuff that they made up.
That's crazy.
That's not even a part of their religion. That's just shit they made up.
And no, it's crazy because it's real. Well, it was real.
It was real.
Wow.
So fucking
You're
stupid.
fucking nutty. Humans are fucking nutty.
That's definitely some King Joffrey shit.
Frank grabs a nearby
Dude, I think that's
wooden
worse.
coat hanger
Oh, it's way worse,
and
yeah.
strikes his mother on the top of her head. Now, his mother, she's heard that the killing hour is upon them, and he's starting to beat her, and so what does she do? She follows the rules. She flips herself over onto her stomach, puts her hands down by her side, and lays flat and still so Frank can more easily kill her. And so Frank begins wailing on the back of his mother's head with this wooden coat hanger,
I don't
while his father,
understand,
Harold,
bro.
excitedly leaps out of the bed into the bedroom where they hear all this noise, and it's
Can you imagine
Frank
being killed to a
murdering their
mixtape?
mother, and they're looking at
so
this happening.
dirty.
They're not doing anything. They're just staring at it, and then their father says to them, "The killing hour is upon us. You need to get ready." And so,
So they knew?
Huh?
So
Yeah.
they knew about it? Like,
Yeah. And all the women in the house knew, like, once they talk about the killing hour, you have to let him kill you.
you know what's crazy to me?
Yeah.
Like, he's saying how the mom, like, when he was getting beaten to death, like she didn't do anything.
Yeah, she just laid there.
But then when I'm thinking to myself, like, any human, when you're, like, getting murdered,
You would, like,
you instinct-
struggle?
You instantly like to fight.
Yeah.
So, damn,
That's how,
some
like,
dedication.
deep-rooted this fucking shit was to
Yeah.
them.
Oh my god.
The fact that she was willingly just standing still and letting him beat her to death without putting up any type of struggle.
You know how I see it? Like, try to force yourself to stop breathing. Like,
Yeah.
it's almost impossible.
It is pretty impossible, right? Like, because you're
Wow.
going to breathe at some point.
Yeah.
It's like when you're drowning. You're
Yeah,
going
like
to
you're gonna
eventually
fight.
be,
Yeah.
you're going to fight. But to take a beating from a clothes hanger and not
Oh,
fight
that's
back
another thing, yeah. It was
is a clothes hanger.
wow. From
You know
70s.
how long that fucking was? From
He was a piece of wood.
It's just
Log.
one, two by four.
Oh, man. Wow. This gets crazier and crazier.
Insanity.
What's up with that plane there, the Oregon?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what he's doing.
her on the top of the head until she slouches over onto the ground motionless, and then he turns to the younger one, Petra, the 15-year-old, and he does the same thing to her until she's laying on the ground motionless. After this, Frank stands up and he leaves the living room and goes into the kitchen where he retrieves a small knife, pruning shears, and a hammer. And these three women had been removed and nailed to the wall. The last mutilation this father and son committed
Yo,
was to
bro.
cut the heart out of the mother, Drogma, and they wrapped it up in a cord
The
and then
most
nailed it.
psychopath thing I've ever heard in my entire life. He said cut off their breasts and their genitals.
And he said he only had the hammer, like a small
And a
knife.
small knife.
Wow.
Yeah.
And at the end, they had to fucking hang it on the
They
wall.
nailed it to the wall.
Wow.
That's insanity.
Dude. Wow. I'm fucking speechless.
You know how long that would take?
I don't fucking
So
know.
insane, bro. I can't believe that real people really did that shit.
I can't believe I never heard this before.
Yeah, I know, right? Me either. This is something I would definitely be researching when I was younger. Not when I was younger, but I just mean like in high school. I was just like, don't worry about it. This is press play, press play.
Wall as well. Then, with the 3 Alexander women either dead or close to death, the father and son began running around the apartment,
Look at this
yelling and singing and
looks so
rejoicing.
crazy.
They were extremely proud of what they had just done. Sabine walks up, and Harold, her father, says to her, "Sabine, we wanted to tell you right away that Frank and I have just finished killing your mother and your sisters." To which Sabine walks up to him, takes her father's hand, presses it to her cheek, and says, "I'm sure you did what was necessary." This, of course, is what the doctor saw and overheard that was so horrible and prompted him to call the
Classy
police.
shit.
It was also the moment when he realized that was not mud all over these 2 men. That was their family members' blood.
You know what the crazy part is? They actually believed it.
Oh, the 2 guys?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they were in it.
Like, they have no remorse about it at all.
Like they thought they helped them. Probably.
yeah, they really thought they went to heaven for that.
That's fucking insane.
That's insanity, isn't it? Is that how far some religions go, though?
Probably, yeah.
That's too much, bro.
It just blows my mind how any human is able to like get to that point.
Get to that
When you
point.
believe something so much that it just becomes crazy.
I understand. Like, when you have a whole society telling you you're God and
That's
your direct family from birth, like, I can see how it would get to your head at some point.
I'm surprised he didn't believe he could fly.
Bro, just jump off a building?
Oh my god.
God, bro.
He's like, what? You think I'm stupid?
You think I'm just
Duh.
dope? Nah, I'll do it. Bet. Would you guys let your brother kill you? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments down below. Would you guys follow a cult? Would you follow a cult?
Nah.
I don't think I would either.
At this age, it's kind of hard.
At this age, yeah. But I mean, when you're younger, you kind of get forced into shit.
I was
though,
gonna say,
like,
when you have a choice,
you don't really have a
right?
choice. But thanks for joining us, Shad and Octavio. Maybe we'll come up with a name for this. I don't know.
Yeah. Any ideas?
Yeah, any
Let us know in
ideas?
the comments, yeah.
Let us know. We'll try to see if we'll make this into a series.
Next time, I'll give you one of my good ones.
Yeah, show me what you got.
Yeah, I'll show you what.
Show me what you got.
But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed, thank you for watching. Make sure you come like and subscribe.
Goodbye.